Hey, welcome everyone to a video of the one and only Sugoi. And we're about to see a very interesting game today versus First of Dao, where it's gonna be a weird leader face-off in H2, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So before anything else, let's jump right into it. So, in this game, there was a lot of culture potential with William Shakespeare, of course. There was Gaudi. So printing press seemed pretty strong, with Leonardo da Vinci also helping. There was a couple lab leaders, Gandhi to help protect ourselves, Churchill for aggression, and Pierre is always great. Chaplin if we go opera way. There was some generic wonders, pretty good. Ocean liner, very important. Statue, Harvard College. The Great Wall was here for potential military play with Barbarossa, Ziska. We also see Carolina Universitas and St. Pete. And in Age A, we decided to go for Colosseum. And let's see what our opponent decide to do. So on his turn, I was not surprised, but I'm not the biggest fan of Moses. But I guess in this situation, he didn't have a lot of options, so it makes sense. He goes for the Beard Man himself, and this is his first turn. On my go, I've decided, I think, if I remember correctly, of course I do the standard stuff, build a mine, take Frug, take Cultural, and Pop. The reason for those two cards is that I didn't really want Aristotle in this situation, and I was seeing the other great beard man, Hammurabi. So we decided to play it this way. On his turn, he starts with a mine, take Moses, Pop, and take the good old Stonehenge. So nothing too special. I think he got a little bit with subpar leader and wonders. He was a bit unlucky with what he got, but sometimes HA is not as friendly as others. And now I push, we get development of warfare. Seems fine to me. We elect Hammurabi, take engineering genius, and we build the first stage. So at this point we have the mine build. We're starting the wonder, and we did skip on the lab for now. And yeah, this is where we start at the moment. We draw the Legion. I was happy to see this, of course. On his turn, he do a warrior, he build a lab, and he start on building the Stonehenge. He does not value the theocracy here. Yeah, I think it could have been a possibility, but maybe he's waiting for something else. On my turn, I decided to push. And let's see what we open. We open Selman. That's okay. We then take the iron, the rich land, and we finish the wonder. And yeah, I think I could have went... No, I couldn't went for iron, so with this setup, we can go for it next turn. We leave urban growth here, doesn't change too much. And we did miss on the swordsman. I think I was thinking about this, but especially with the Legion being in our end, but I think it's still decent this way. And let's see what you want to do. We get cultural, that's good. On his turn, he push. We see development of planning. He get the free religion, and he goes for monarchy. Always good with the Stonehenge. You can get those early civil and military action. Build a fort mine. That's what you can do with Moses sometime. And he take the printing press. Might be a bit difficult with this many population use already, but maybe with Moses he can pull it off. And he show the tactic. On our turn we push, and this time we get market. Interesting. We decide to do the iron thing. Of course, with rich land, it seemed pretty good. We also take Ziska since we have a tactic that's very good with him. We elect him, show the tactic, take the Great Wall. We all know that I don't dislike the Great Wall at all. And now we add the possibility to take Engineering Genius, which is a very good card, but with this we would have Corruption, and we want to be efficient with only 4 civil action. So this is why I developed the Iron instead of going for the Engineering Genius. We have the Strength lead, and the deck is ready for H1 event. Let's see what happens. He take Barbarossa, another great leader. Without food though, it's gonna be a bit difficult. At least he solved the military action part. That could be a problem with Barbarossa, but with 3 military action now, it started to look like something he could do, but he will really need more food to make really work of the leader. On our turn, we push a colony, and we hit border conflict right away. That is amazing for us. We were about to do our iron, so now it's gonna get way easier to do. We take Swordsman while it's here. I know DJP said early in the stream that he didn't really like. In my opinion, I really like Swordsman. They open up to 2 great tactic, defensive army, and of course the classic army. And with having the Great Wall, those have extra value in my opinion. We finish our iron and we pop to get out of corruption. Pretty standard turn. We draw a couple card, more colonies, so we did seed colonies already in there, and there's more to come. Culture and influence, you get a slight edge on this, not the end of the world, but it might matter, the one might matter at the very end. I really doubt it though. He goes for knight, of course, he has a tactic for this, make a lot of sense. He used Barbarossa. He built a fort mine again. I don't know when he destroyed it though. I'm kind of confused. I probably missed that. Sorry about this. And of course, he takes some yellow card because there's not much to do else. Maybe he could have popped, but with Barbarossa, not the best of ideas. If I remember correctly, this game, I pushed only 1 strength event, so I was not too worried about what was coming. And Rat hit, so that was a great hit for us. Now he's a bit stuck with Barbarossa. Our turn so far, what we did 1 lab. We're doubling our science production. That's pretty impressive. And then we decided to do a swordsman. What else? And another one. Now we get stronger and we fulfilled another tactic, so more culture to us. We also know there's a lot of colony in there, so we'll need all the swordsmen we can get. And we take cartography, of course. We see Barbarian, and we still have the wealthy in hand, that's good. He push, and this time immigration, and that's great for him. You get 1 population, he's forced to take irrigation, which we left on 2 last turn, forgot to mention this. So he doesn't have that many civil actions, so taking 2 for this was kind of hurting him. And he build once, and take the breakthrough, a great card of course. On our turn, what is gonna happen? We push, and we open developed territory. We really needed that one because we would have maybe some problem, but we win pretty easily with 1 swordsman and 1 colonization card. We take irrigation, breakthrough. Here's was a big decision. I wanted to know if I should start irrigation early because we're gonna be a bit stuck next turn if we don't. We still have the option to go for the Great Wall, but I really thought this was important since there's more colony in the deck. And we upgrade everything. Draw 2 cards, and we get another colony and then a colonization card. I was pretty happy to see this. On his turn, he played Patriotism, and he built a knight, and now he's stronger than us. And he take Burden Circus to help with the happy face. One thing that's important with Barbarossa is getting those happy faces. And Masonry just to resave some rocks and get some civil action back while building the wonders. On my turn, it's pretty standard. I take 3 civil action to finish the Great Wall. And now I had the option to either go irrigation or take the cannon, but I think with the Great Wall we can't skip this tech, right? And we go for the cannon. So pretty standard stuff. We didn't push also, so it means there's probably some strength event, and there was. Crusade hit him, so 8 culture swing right there. He get the breakthrough and he take the infamous Shakespeare. So yeah, I was a bit scared seeing him going Shakespeare. He has a decent setup for this. He has food and he has masonry and printing press, so those will be free. And we all know what Shakespeare can do. But he does have corruption by doing this, so it wasn't free at all. On our turn we push, and this time it's vast, and this time we're ready to spend everything for this, and this is actually what we do. We send everything for that colony. This seemed like a bold move, and it is, but maybe not that much, because if one thing that's not going well for him is you need population for Shakespeare, and I couldn't allow myself to give him this yellow bank, and now we could just start doing this massive production with Shakespeare. So that was my reasoning. So let's see what I do. I take Cook, and then I pop a couple times. I elect Cook, and I do one more Swordsman, so I get stronger again, and I start to get a small culture production. After the turn of my opponent, let's look at production and culture, see exactly where we stand. On his turn, he used Barbarossa to build the knight. Also, he developed masonry and printing press. Destroy a lab and start to do the printing press shenanigan. There's still 2 copies of Opera, so there's no reason to deny Opera here for us. If we look at production and everything, we have the culture, the food lead. Also, we have a way healthier yellow bank, so this is going well for us. Rock, we have the lead, science we're tied, and culture we're still leading a little bit, which will be important because every early culture we can get versus Shakespeare will be appreciated. Then we push the national pride, and surprise, surprise, it's another colony, and we get it for only 1, so we send the swordsman away. We pop. We rebuild the swordsman, upgrade irrigation. I was starting to feel that I was going to need to pop as many times as I can. I've pushed a lot of colony in there, and I will need to rebuild them ASAP. And this is where my turn go. One thing I forgot to compare us is the civil action. We're both very bad, but 5 is way better than 4 in my opinion. It makes all the differences. And we do get strategy, so this is the face-off I was eluding at the beginning of the game. It's going to be James Cook versus our boy Shakespeare, and yeah, that's going to be crazy. On his turn he push, and it is wealthy, and we win this one for 6. We can only push 1 guy and 2 random cards. I mean, those are not colonization cards. He get Opera, and he started a madness with Shakespeare. And now he already caught up. This is the power of Shakespeare. Look, he built 1 pair, and we worked very hard for those 4 colony, but it's still not enough to tie him. But still, let's see where it goes. On our turn, we push the colony, and we hit national pride. Every culture is good, so I'm pretty glad to see this. We go for strategy. I pop twice, and I'm going to rebuild it again, just to scare him a little bit. And we draw a tactic. Unfortunately, cavalrymen were both gone, so not exactly what we needed. And yeah, this is how it looked for now. Ico hit right before the end of H2. I'm not sure who would have been hurt more by losing Aiko. All my economy, all my culture come from my colonies, so that would be terrible. But at the same time, this leader has more potential in the late game. But yeah, let's see. He goes for rifle, reserve, destroy is mine again. And this time he goes for another opera, spiking his culture at 10 now. We push terrorism, and that's gonna hunt me later, but whatever. I wanted to push because the card right here is developed territory, and I wanted this one very badly. So again, we send one warrior, I mean swordsman, and one card. We take Republic, scientific method, which we upgrade. And yeah, this is my mistake. I shouldn't have done anything like this before terrorism hit, but I played it and forgot it instantly. That's some Sugoi action just for you. I really tend to make those kind of mistakes sometimes, but whatever. And final draw of H2, of course, we get Autonomous. And a great tactic, though not very good for us. And strategic territory, of course, we win this one. And in H3, it's extra value. We have to send two, but for us, it's extra strength, extra card, extra culture. I'm extra happy with this. He goes for a printing press, so now his culture production is at 13. And another opera, and he show Asar. So if we look again at the board, we have the food. We have quite a lot of food actually. We have the rock lead and a little bit of science lead, and this is where it gets scary for us. Yes, we have a culture lead, but I don't think the 16 has been put yet. So yeah, so it's more like this, 56 to 65, and he destroyed the lead by 8 every turn. Yeah, we did push, and of course, freedom of movement, that was pretty good. I thought it was terrorism. That's pretty good. With the freedom, we've put this in the lab, and we did the revolution for the Republic. We really needed civil action, and I think this was important. And yes. Also, look in our hand, we have 3 great cards. First, Impact of Agriculture will be good. He's not really set up for this. And we have Impact of Colony, and right now we have 6. And there's a last colony right there. Or maybe it's here, I don't remember. And we draw Impact of Happiness. This is not so great. And all the impact are linked to the tank, so we're really hoping he does not take it. He push, and this time it's Prosperity. And First of Dao is just too smart for us. He's going for the tanks, especially with the Asar here. I just couldn't afford to take 3 action with 4 civil actions, so there's not much we could have done here. And he take Patriotism, so he might be looking more scary than us for the future with this tactic, and us being stuck with Cannon and Swordsman. We push again, and this time it's Terrorism. I was so close here. If you look, after I push, it was 78 to 77. I was very sad. Let's not lie. I was very depressed by this, but we have all the rock we need, so we can afford this. It's not too shabby. And then we take this, because there was not much I wanted to do, so I thought maybe this is the time to just grab a wonder. Then of course we started rebuild, and we rebuilded the swordsman. We take revolutionary idea, and this is how it ends. We drop impact of progress, so that could be another one that could serve us well if we build around it. For now, it's pretty good. He developed the tank, played patriotism, and he started to upgrade his things. He take internet, because of course that's going to be a great wonder for Shakespeare. And he take the Air Force. So He starts to have military potential. He does not have that many rocks, so maybe we shouldn't be too worried, but it's starting to be a little bit more scary. On our turn, we push the Impact of Progress, and we open Politic of Strength. I was a bit surprised by this card, but I well played from him to get stronger at this point. Maybe he saw that Asar would be good at this point, and yeah, it was well played by him. Next turn, we're going to develop Civil Service. We take Multimedia, and we build one. Reason here is try to keep up with the culture. Also great with Impact of Progress and Technology. So yeah, that was the reasoning. I could have went for a movie for a little bit more culture, but I felt that was more synergic with what we had. And we use the last action to just pop. We have so many blue cube here, so we can afford to have this many food store. And we build one extra swordman just to be sure, and use the red action. On this turn, he push, and this time it's autonomous, and nobody get any colony but James Cook. Don't touch my colony, sir. And yeah, we decided to get the rock here to rebuild and help us to defend if something goes bad. I think he does the right thing. He take reserve. He need to, yeah, get rock from somewhere or food. He take engineering and he upgrade his army. Now we pushed Impact of Technology, which we have good potential. We already did 2 age 3 technologies. And yes, Ravages of Time. We decided to destroy this wonder, of course. We take engineering. We pop 2 time. With this mini civil action and military action, we added a lot of freedom. We play military build-up. We build one more of these, so now the culture production doesn't look too different. We're of course behind because of Shakespeare's madness, but yeah, we're still okay. We took urban growth and build one warrior just to make it even. Now we could do the with this play we're able to do the multimedia and go for a military, use all the rock from our military card. And we pop again. Look at this beautiful blue cube row. So beautiful to see. We draw a tactic again. I think Vlada's just mocking us at this point, but we don't have the horsey, we get it. At least that means he didn't get many of those. Impact of Colony. That has to be one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in Through the Ages, but that's just me. I was pretty happy to see this. And he goes for the internet, yeah, of course. And yeah, and he goes for Churchill for replacement when our rider die. I decided to push Impact of Agriculture. Progress. I was sad that Progress was the first card because we had Engineering in hand, but still, it's okay. We take Endowment. I don't want him to have this card. We go for Engineering. We do another one of these. We take Einstein, Military Theory, and Efficient Upgrade. By taking all those cards, we'll make sure the age finish, so he's gonna lose the bonus from the godly Shakespeare. And it will also reduce the power of internet quite a bit. Finally we pop again. And I'm starting to like how this civilization look. And he starts to have a little bit of problem with the yellow cube and stuff. Let's look on his turn what he decides to do. For him, he loses his leader, as we said. Push and Impact of Technology. Again, this would have been better later, but still, I'm happy with a +8 lead. He go on to finish the internet for 17 culture, so not too shabby. He goes for Churchill for the culture. He disband and take the prof sport, maybe just to develop it, or maybe he has Impact of Competition or something. Or not even, because he doesn't have the rock, so maybe just take a card. And this is the last turn of the game. We push Impact of Wonders, and we get Impact of Architecture. A bit better for us, just by a little bit. You see here, we won't be able to finish this, so maybe this was ambitious, or maybe the game just didn't win the way it needed. But I thought we could win without building it the turn before, so this is why we're going with this. Now we elect Einstein to use those beautiful science points. We develop the mech ag, we use efficient, build it twice. We also disband a warrior to do irrigation, and finally develop military, pop, and take one card. On his turn, he push, and this time is Impact of Population, and he has a slight lead for this. We're a bit lucky that this was late, because when Shakespeare was up, I think this would have been way better. He goes for Religion once, upgrade his thing, upgrade Multimedia, and this is the end of the game. So now let's look at culture. Now with variety we have a slight edge, so 7 culture difference between the two players, and there's 3 impact left. The second one is agriculture. We knew this one would be pretty massive. So 16 over 4, that's 12 point in the bank for us. And Impact of Wonders, a little 2-point bonus. And the last one is Impact of Strength, very good for him, but he still need 11 points to win. So this is the end of the game. We were able to clutch it out, 273 versus 262. I just thought this game was interesting because it's rare to see a fair, quote-unquote, matchup between the two Englishmen, Cook and Shakespeare. But at the end of the day, we were able to get this win. So, well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that game, and stay tuned. Maybe I'll post some more video sometime soon. Take care, and see you around.